Hey everyone, Justin here from the Bill Coors Wellness Center, coming at you with your Movement Monday. So for today's Movement Monday, we want to take you through a traditional exercise for lower body in a squat, but we want to switch it up a little bit and show you a variation on the squat that can really help to build power out of the hold, which is at that bottom position of that squat, as well as reinforce proper sitting back into the squat so that our knees don't go too far forward, so that our heels can stay on the floor and we can maximize the benefits of the squat, which is really a fundamental movement pattern of our lower body. You've seen it with babies, you've seen it with people all throughout their lifespan. There's many times where we are always going to need to be able to squat to pick something up, to play with our dog, to play with a child, whatever it may be. So with that said, this is our goblet box squat. So first things first, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to find a surface that's pretty solid. It could be a plyometric box like we have here. It could be even a chair or a bench. Basically what you're going to want to shoot for is you're going to want to sit on it first. And what we're looking for is about a parallel thigh as far as compared to the floor, so about 90 degrees at the knees here. If you can find a surface like that, great. If not, we want to err on the side of a little bit higher than a little bit lower, okay? There's no need to go super below parallel, because that's going to lead you to plopping on the box, and we want to control our momentum as much as possible. So once you've found a box that's suitable, you're going to take a dumbbell or a kettlebell. In my instance, I've got a kettlebell here. And you're going to hold it and pin it to your chest. Next, you're going to take your squat stance. For most people, that's going to be feet just outside of hip width. Toes are either going to be straight or they might be a little angled out. Try both and see what works best for you and feels best in those hip capsules. Then from here, what I want to do is I want to brace my core like someone's going to punch me in my stomach and screw my feet into the floor. What I mean by that is if I was actually able to move my feet in this position, I'd be trying to take my feet and do this with them. I'm not actually going to move them, but just that little action of trying to do that is going to help build an arch in my foot and keep my knees from collapsing in, which is a big compensatory pattern that can lead to really just an inefficient squat and possibly injury. So with that said, now that I've done all that, braced core, screwed my feet into the floor, I'm going to soften those knees up, and then I want to push those hips back, keeping my chest up, really controlling the momentum as I sit onto this box. I want to imagine that I'm almost sitting on an egg, and so I want to control it. I want to put my weight into the box, but I don't want to relax here. So if I relax and just sit like normal, you see what that does to my back. No longer any of those muscles tight. So for that goblet squat, we want to really control it. We want to hang out on the box for at least a second before we drive our hips forward and squeeze our glutes at the top. Okay, this movement is really fantastic for teaching that hips back movement to really, get our glutes and hamstrings involved. It also takes out the stretch reflex, so our muscles typically act like a rubber band, and so by pausing on that box for a 1 to 2 second count, we're taking that stretch reflex out of the equation, and we're forcing our muscles of our lower legs to really be the primary drivers without the help of that stretch reflex. So it helps to really build a lot of force and power from the bottom of that squat as well. So go ahead and give this one a shot. Let us know how it goes, and we will see you next time.